Today I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake again. When I played it before for Eric vs 365, I was only on like chapter 4 or something, so I was super early in the game and I was kind of wishy-washy on it. I wasn't sure what I really thought about it, but now I've beaten it. I don't actually think this is very good. And I played on easy because like that's one of my problems with this game is I think the combat sucks. It's not interesting. I wish that it either was a real action game or just a turn-based RPG, because the mixture of these things doesn't really work for me. And I know that this game isn't the first game to do something like that. That doesn't mean that I have to like it. I wish that it was just an action game. I'm gonna skip this. That's another thing that I did. I skipped. I do that when I play RPGs. I get bored and I skip. I already opened stuff, so let's just go. But I play RPGs, which the appeal is supposed to be the story. You're supposed to be engrossed in the story and you like the characters, so you're supposed to give a crap about the story. I get so bored with RPGs that by the end, the second half, I'm just skipping most of the cutscenes. Because the problem is that most RPGs are terribly written. I ain't got time for freaking garbage baby poop stupidity. Yeah, I said the RPGs are baby poop. Most RPGs, this game especially, like it needed an editor. Because it's just so full of stupid crap. They could have cut 40% of it out and it would have been better. Because the story is terrible. It's badly written and badly told. The side quests that they added in to pad out the game so people wouldn't be pissed off that it was just Midgar. The side quests suck. I know, it's like, oh, you gotta play the side quests. That's where all the character development is. They're boring. Because the combat is boring. They stretched out this, like, 8-hour story into a big, long, unnecessarily long experience, and they didn't need to. They should have made it, closer to the original. I would have been a lot happier with that. And made it like, 8 hours, about as long as Midgar takes. And charged like $20, maybe $30 for it. And I would have been a lot more impressed with it. Another complaint I have is that Jessie and Aerith and Tifa are the most obvious otaku bait that I have seen in a long time. Like, they're not even subtle about it. And I don't mean that it's like, oh, they got big boobies and they're half naked all the time. Like, no, I mean it's otaku bait because they made the women basically too perfect. They're like as appealing as possible to otaku specifically. Because they're 3 women that all desperately want to bang Cloud. And you know that there are some freaking nerds out there that just are creaming in their jeans at the thought of these perfect women. Like, oh, what if they were real? Yeah, I'm calling out you dorks. They're too perfect to the point that it's just insulting that they're pandering that hard. But I did some of the side content. I didn't do very much of it because I just thought it was so boring. I know this looks flashy and it's all like, oh, how can you not like this gameplay? Doesn't it look cool? No, actually, it's boring. Another complaint I have about this is the little, like, side mini-game things that they put in to give the game more variety suck because you only ever do any of them once and then never again. And they're all so awful. Like the whole, oh, well, everybody has to pull the lever at the same time thing. I know that was in the original Final Fantasy VII. And it sucked. And it also sucks here. Or what happens next? You have Tifa go up here and has to do boring platforming up here. That sucks! It's boring! How did they make this game so boring? Like I said, when I first made a video for this, I was super early and I hadn't really made up my mind yet. I was leaning towards like it was mediocre, but now that I've played, I beat it in 20 hours or something, my in-game clock said. Now that I've beaten it and seen everything, like, yeah, it's mediocre. It wasn't really worth the wait and the hype. Which totally blows my mind too, because on Metacritic, this game has, I don't know, it's like an 86 or 87 or something. And a ton of 10 out of 10, 100% scores. And I don't understand that at all. I think this game is like a 6 out of 10. And this is going to seem like a weird criticism, but I don't understand who the audience is supposed to be for this game. Because I think it's too different story-wise and gameplay-wise. And I mean, the characters are different too. But it's too different from the original game that it's not going to appeal to, it's not going to satisfy fans of the original Final Fantasy VII. But it's so full of fan service and obvious moments of, remember this thing? Remember the stupid house that fights you? Remember this character that you didn't give a crap about before? Remember this? The whole game is just like member berries that is there to appeal to the Final Fantasy VII old school fans, but new fans, I don't understand how they're going to understand anything that's going on. It's all just nonsense. How would a new player know anything that's going on or care about anything that's going on? Because the entire game, the entire appeal is based on nostalgia. And if you don't have nostalgia for it, the story doesn't make sense. Even less sense than it does anyway. The characters, you don't care about the characters. You don't care about the obscure references that they slam in. So, who is this game for? I know it's a lazy criticism, but who is this game for? The story in this also, it comes across like they wanted to make another Advent Children or something. Because a lot of the cutscenes and a lot of the stuff, it feels like Advent Children to me. I almost wish that they would have made just a straight remake of Final Fantasy VII with better graphics. And then done the story and the changes in this just as a standalone movie. I wish that they would have done that. But one other thing I want to say is modern RPGs, and I would say games in the last 20 years, there's too many cutscenes, there's too much dialogue, there's too much boring crap that I don't, like, it's not charming anymore. Like I said, it just feels like a movie. If I wanted to see dumb crap like this, I'd watch a movie or an anime. But Super Nintendo RPGs and... Wow, this is spoilery. Super Nintendo RPGs and... like PlayStation 1 RPGs, they had to work around the limitations of the system and just the time that they were made. So they had to be really, really charming, and they had to get their point across faster and smoother and more efficiently. Games today, RPGs today, are so... they waste your time. Because they're just constant, like, meandering cutscenes and stupid stories, and... I don't want to do this. Damn it, this stupid crap game. I don't even want to play it for the video because it's so boring. One of the most blatant examples of... I don't understand how normal people are going to play this and understand what's going on, is the inclusion of Zack. Regular ass people don't know who the hell Zack is, or give a crap about Zack. I mean, hell, most people that love Final Fantasy didn't play Crisis Core. They don't care about Zack as much as they clearly want you to. I like Final Fantasy VII a lot, but this remake it took too long, it probably cost way too much money, and I think it's disappointing. There's your happy fun video of the day. Like and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to tell your friends about how I hate everything. Thanks for watching.